goes, Big Pop for noticing that Chrebet jersey starter. I had that. That's right. This is not the Nike jersey. This is an old school 90s themed 98 Wayne Chrebet jersey. Shout out to Wayne. And I said this to Wayne. He's too humble to say, yep, I agree. Number 80 should be retired by the Jets. Again, nobody's worn it since. It should be retired. I had a whole conversation with Wayne about this and how he picked the number in the first place, which was interesting. But number 80 should be retired at this point. I mean, is there anyone who's more synonymous with the Jets than Wayne Chrebet?
No, man. And he, his Hofstra days too, went to Hofstra. I mean, he embodies everything that Jet fans love in a football player. He's an underdog story. He was awesome for many years. He is just he's what a Jet is. Like when you think of the New York Jets and the prototypical Jet, it's Wayne Chrebet. He embodies everything about the city, blue collar kind of guy, and just he worked his tail off and he made a bunch of big plays. It's unfortunate that that 98 season, which was his best season statistically, they didn't get to the Super Bowl, because if they did, it would have been interesting. But they were, he changed the dynamic here. It's not a coincidence. When Chrebet got here, I believe was 95, was an awful year, 96. And then he helped change the tide here. I mean, things just literally, and then when he left, they weren't really good anymore until Rex came around. So it's not a coincidence that Wayne was part of some of the best Jets teams we've seen, honestly.
He was the only positive thing that came from the Rich Kotite era.
Yes.
As I joked with him the other night. Let me tell you a great Wayne Chrebet story from playing blackjack with him. So our full blackjack table in the sports book is Chef Kevin, the Asmaniac champion. See, one of the perks of being an Asmaniac champion is you get to play blackjack with Jet legends. I just added this perk on Saturday, and it is true. My brother, our guy, Richie from Jets Media, who I'll get into in a moment, because, I mean, guys barely ever play blackjack. You talk about beginner's luck. What I witnessed Saturday night at the sportsbook playing with him and Chrebet and Sabo there, the guy on the far right, was astonishing. But at one point, I'm sitting next to Wade, and he wins one of his hands. And he goes, Jake, count that. Like how much he just won. And I'm like, 25, 50, 60, 75, 80. And he goes, 80. And he just dead arms, Wade.
That's awesome.
And it was so funny. I see my brother wrote Bank of Wayne. All right, I'll tell this story. So Wayne Chrebet, pictured there in the middle. And then next to me is Richie, who, of course, Richie from Jets Media, who is awesome guy that came to the event, of course. I don't think he's played blackjack a ton. I think he's only played maybe a handful of times. So we're playing. It's a $25 minimum table. And we're playing for a little bit. And Richie's complaining that he doesn't have a blackjack yet. And I'm like, well, it's hard to get a blackjack. It doesn't just happen often. You could go hours without one. Sometimes you could have a couple hands in a row where you have one. It's super random. You never know. So Wayne hears Richie complaining that he hasn't had a blackjack. And he just takes out $75, so three $25 chips, and just hands it to Richie and tells him, put it on your hand. So Richie was in for $50 at this point. Wayne hands him $75. He puts it on his existing $50 bet, and I kid you not, and Chef Kevin, Zach, who's in the chat, Sabo, when I have him on this week, could vouch for this. The next hand, not a little bit later, the next hand, with the bet increased by $75, Richie gets his first blackjack. Wow. And the table erupted. It was insane. And then Richie then proceeded to get red hot the rest of the night. And I think he got up and walked away up $800 or $900. It was ridiculous. Wayne Chrebet opened the Bank of Wayne for Richie from Jet Media, and then he didn't lose what felt like the rest of the night. It was insane.
You know what's crazy? I've heard a bunch of stories about people making a ton of money playing at that casino that night. Ryan made a ton of money. Ryan killed it. Ryan sent me a picture in the morning. He's like, dude, I woke up and I rolled over, and he just sends me a picture of just $100 bills lined up on a bed. I was like, dude, I was like, look like you're selling drugs or something in there. Like, be careful. But
I'm locked in.
yeah, you're locked in right there. That's a late look right there. That's like that's an uncut gems look. You got to be in the next one, Jake. You know.
So among the things we talked about was this too, by the way. Shout out to Jake West, who's in the chat. He made this in our Discord yesterday when we posted a bunch of pictures. But again, number 80 should be retired. Shout out to Wayne. You can win a Wayne Chrebet jersey at the end of this show if you enter the Asmaniac raffle. If we get 20 names on the wheel, we'll spin the wheel of champions for your chance to win a Jets Legends jersey of your choosing. Super chats. The Jake Asman Show is now presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app made simple. Just pick more or less on your favorite players' projections and build your lineup in seconds. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And PrizePicks is already offering NFL futures, including futures for New York Jets players. Take a look at the lineup that you see on the screen. Garrett Wilson, more than 4.5 reception touchdowns. David Bailey, he's going to have at least 7 sacks his rookie year. Arvell Reese, almost a Jet. I think he'll have at least 3 sacks in his rookie year with the Giants. That is a 3-pick power play, $10 to pay out $60. That is just an example of some of the lineups you can make over at PrizePicks. Make your own lineups today for any sport. Just download the PrizePicks app. Use the code HMA and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. But there's a guy on the line who sent us a super chat before. He's got to run to work, so I'm going to squeeze him in here because I'm sure he's got stories galore from the weekend. Nick Shine will be in the leadoff spot today on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Hello, Nick.
Gentlemen, how are we?
How are you?
I'm great. My voice is coming back. Didn't have a voice yelling at the club. And I got to give Lou, you, everyone who attended. It was literally a perfect day. There was nothing that went wrong. There was no incidents. It was just a perfect day. The way the timing, the structure, everything came together. It was awesome. So I got to tell the Wayne story. We're sitting there yesterday. I wasn't going to play. I'm outside with Snowball. We're having a cigar. I text Jake. Jake comes out. Jake's like, I'm going to play a little bit before my uncle leaves. I'm like, all right. I'm walking in. I look at Snowball. I go, all right, I'll go play more. We're sitting down, and all of a sudden, Snowball just goes, well, good afternoon, sir. Pleasure to see you. Didn't think you'd be here. It's Wayne Chrebet. He's like, looked at me and Jake. I figured these guys would be down here playing. He sits down with us. He elbows me as he's sitting down to get next to me, like you would do with your boys, right? And he's like, sorry, dude, that's just how I am. I'm like touchy-feely. I go, touch away, Wayne, touch away. Do whatever you need to do, bro. So Jake, Jake's aunt, biggest jinx in the face of the world. We sent her away, and then I hit $100 bet. And then I'm looking to make sure she wasn't coming back every time I was making a big bet. But we had Amanda, Zach, Jake, Wayne at the table. We're having a good time. Jake's got to go. I'm like, Jake, I'll bring you guys back. He's like, I got to go. My uncle's stay. We got to go. Wayne looks at me and goes, are you going to stay? I go, absolutely, I'm going to stay. He goes, that's just because you want me to do your show. I go, Wayne, I'm a degenerate gambler. This story has nothing to do with you, bro. Tell me, get over yourself. This has nothing to do with you.
That's so, you yesterday. That's me on the left there in the blue Knicks hat. Nick Shine and Wayne Chrebet yesterday played blackjack.
So we're playing for a while. Just me and him. We're talking and just having a good time. And we're at the, like, it wasn't going great, but it wasn't going awful. I got like 150 left. He's like, what'd you start with? I'm like, 3. He goes, all right, here. He goes, give me, I go, Scott, get your money out of here. Like, I'm busting his balls. I'm like, I'm adding chips to his pile. He's adding chips to my pile whenever us would take our bet back. Every time I threw a 25 on him, he won. He's trying to give me that money back. I'm like, your money's no good. And then at the end, I'm like, I got 150. He's got about the same. We're like, we're going to leave. I go, fuck it. I grab his chips, stack them on mine. We put them in for one hand, and we hit the big hand. So we're leaving. We're walking over to the cashier, and he shoulder chucks me as we're walking for no reason whatsoever. And I like knocks me off balance and goes, all right, I guess I got to do your show now. I was like, you were doing the show anyway, but thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. So we cash out. And then, like, you know, when like you're like with people, like you cash out, like it's the end of the day, you kind of move to the side. We talked for 50 minutes, me, him, and Snowball, just about everything, about life, the kids. Football came up occasionally, but it was just a great conversation. And we go downstairs, and there is a 6'4", 6'5" young black dude in his 20s, shaped like a V. Looks like the prototypical athlete, right? He lost his ballet ticket. He's holding up the ballet line. Wayne is busting his balls. Like, come on, dude, I got to move you out of the way. Let's go. What are we doing? Nice guy. Turns around, and Wayne says to him, he goes, hey, you an athlete? Like, look at you. And he goes, no, he's like, I played high school basketball. Wayne looks at him and goes, oh, that's pretty cool, man. I'd always wish I got into sports. Me and Snowball are dying. And he's just busting the guy's balls the entire time, and it was fantastic. And we're gonna reach out to Wayne tomorrow and lock him in. But Frankie, seeing you in the lobby yesterday morning, Frankie and I looked like the movie with Jonah Hill when he sees his friend on the beach and they run together from a far distance. Me and Frankie just start running towards each other in the lobby and do like the jump up. Everyone's looking at us like, what the hell is going on? And Jake, I have to say this. Shout out to Zach Asman, jet up. Just randomly. Hey, you want a hand of blackjack? Jet up. Zach just kept saying jet up, and it became the catchphrase of the night, Saturday night. And Gorman, 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night, Jake and I were sitting outside having cigars, and I'm like, oh, Gorman called me earlier. He's like, he called me too. I go, well, what time did he call you? We're comparing Gorman voicemails to see if they're identical. Jake goes, fuck it, I'll call him. He calls Gorman. He answers. I call Gorman. He clicks over to me without saying anything to Jake. I go, Charles, don't talk to Jake. He's being mean to everybody. And I hang up. He never clicks back over to Jake. We can't get in touch with Gorman. It was hysterical, dude. The weekend was absolutely perfect. It was awesome.
Insane. I mean, the turnout was great. Here's one of the videos I took at one point in the event of just like everyone gathering in the section that we had. And even when it rained, like, I don't know, I didn't realize, I guess, how hard it was raining because everyone was just having such a good time. Like, the rain almost didn't matter, you know?
Totally.
It was a little humid. So I thought, like Frankie said earlier, kind of added to it. You know, it wasn't enough where you were like drenched, but it started to later on around like 4 o'clock. But Wayne had met everybody. It's like God waited for everyone to get their moment. And he's like, all right, now we got to do a little bit. But people were saying it was downpours by the Parkway. We're 5 miles away from that. And it was good from like 12 to 4. A little drizzle here and there, but it was perfect. Everything was perfect. And I got to light Larry Johnson's cigar. And Larry Johnson said to me, you're the most important person here. Thank you. So I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm there as all the beach girls pull up. And I got a video, and I'm like, this is as close I will ever get to being a Knicks fan, dancing while Larry Johnson's 5 feet behind me, like dancing with like all the workers there.
Nick, you're the man. I'm glad you had a good time, dude. It was fun to hang with you for a couple of days there.
It was great, man. And we got to do this yearly. This was so much fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who made it all happen is on the line.
He's throwing parties for Jets fans. You see him shouting at Knicks games. This guy's getting that beast, his hot water. 69 so many times he's lost count. No surrender, he's never leaving early. Jets, Lou B.
I don't even know where to start, guys. The stories are flowing. And the shit I see from my point of view, as like from working there, looking from the outside in and then knowing the characters in play, what an amazing weekend.
You're the man, Lou. Weekend. I got to just say it again. I thank you at the start of the show. You're the man. This was so much fun. The best part was the Jets couldn't ruin it by actually playing football. Yeah. So it was just an entire weekend of just having fun with the best community in sports.
Crazy stories. And I have to start off with this story. So when you guys are playing blackjack, PBM's texting me, the fight's about to start. And I'm like running down and I see the table with everyone. I see Robbie Sabo. So I run around and I go to like tap Robbie on the back because I was messing with him all day. And immediately I realized I swung my hand a little bit too hard. And like, oh no, I like pulled back and I hit Robbie in the back and I felt it like crack. And the surprise of it was, it wasn't Robbie. He turns around and it was Wayne. I hit the wrong. I'm like, oh shit. I broke Mr. Third Down's back. It was like cracked. And I was like, oh fuck, it was Wayne. and I see this table of all you guys gambling, and it was just incredible to see you guys like really hitting it off with Wayne, and he was the best, man. He really, what a guy Wayne Chrebet is, and to literally fulfill his promise to take a picture and sign everything with everyone, did 10 times more than I thought he was going to. Really.
Dude, he is as good of an athlete and just a human
as
I've ever met. He's
amazing,
awesome.
dude.
We couldn't have picked a better Jet legend to be, the ambassador of the event. It was perfect. He was incredible.
Yeah, and meeting Frank, I met Frankie before with you at the Yankee game, right? But Frankie and Ryan, Ryan, you do not want to mess with Ryan when he's got a few in him. I was saying that there's a few Asmaniacs that you do not. Number one, you do not want to mess with Rob. Rob is tremendous, right? Second on my list now is Ryan. I look at him. Now I do this for a living, so seeing people in their element, I was like, do not mess with Ryan. He was like standing there with his shirt off, just wobbling. And I was like, hey, man, I love your Jet takes. He's like, thanks. And I was like, it was like talking to the Hulk. And I just ran away, man. He was like, but Ryan was funny too. And Frankie won me when he walked up to me. He's like, he was like 10. He's like, my breath smells. I'm still drunk alcohol from last night. I'm like, sorry, man. It was in the morning. He told me don't get close. I was like, but yeah, Jake, you did a great job organizing all these guys. Wow. It was 287 Jet fans checked in
Nice.
that we at least were able to count. So maybe more, but it went great. Hopefully we get to do it again next year. And these meetups are just getting bigger and bigger and better and better. And hopefully we win games, because then this will really start to be something special.
More people will want to be there if the team starts winning.
That's right. And I think people seeing how we party and how we get together like this, it definitely brought the community closer. There was so many people that met each other there. It was just hilarious. And we can't not mention the maniac that has shocked us all is Chuck Wagon. I don't know if anyone knows the stories, but there was rumors that Chuck Wagon was up 30 grand, then 80 grand, then 120 grand. Then they moved him from the strip in Atlantic City to the presidential. Chuck Wagon is a card counter. He could be in jail right now. We don't know. But Chuck Wagon is not, I'm telling you, Chuck Wagon is not who you think he is. There's something up with Chuck Wagon. And him wearing the red purse, the man purse, I'm like, Chuck, you're a Jets fan. What is this red and gray? I gave him a hard time about it all week. He watched the fireworks show with us. But there it is. Why Chuck Wagon? I'm so superstitious with colors. I hate when people wear like red and other shit to like Jet stuff. You can afford now to buy anything you want, Chuck Wagon. PBM told me straight up, Chuck Wagon's up 30 grand. I go, come on, PBM. You're joking.
The number gets higher every time.
Yeah,
I hear the story about Chuck Wagon. Here's the story with Chuck Wagon, though, that I have to fill people in on. So I got there Friday. So I'm playing blackjack, and I swear to God, I'm just sitting there, and Chuck Wagon just appears. Like, he just shows. I'm like, Chuck Wagon? So Chuck Wagon sits down. He whips out, as you see in the picture there, like an Andy Reid style play sheet. Like he's calling, dealer up card 7, do not split sevens, on one, ready, set, hut. Like, he had the play sheet. Like, he's dialing up plays. People are like, oh, what does the book say? Chuck Wagon had a laminated book for blackjack in front of him. I've never seen someone have the actual laminated book card.
Me either. I worked there. I've never seen. I didn't even know you were allowed to do that, Jake.
But you are. Apparently, you are allowed.
Apparently,
yeah.
He's
either that or he's like invisible to the rest of the world. I mean, there's something on with this guy. I'm telling you, Chuck Wagon is different. Let's just call it that.
Oh, he is an animal. And then I think an underrated aspect of the Chuck Wagon day at Gangrene Beach Club. Look at the fit for Chuck Wagon. Look what he's rocking here.
It's crazy.
He was in the casino all around. So when you saw him, then Nick Shine saw him at like 7 a.m. He did not leave. And then he came to the beach club and he went to sleep. He was sleeping in the banquette there.
He took a nap?
He took a nap right there. He sat down. He had his glasses on. And someone said, Chuck Wagon's sleeping. Look at him. I'm like, oh, man, he's been in the casino all night. He's probably still there.
He might be. He
Probably still
wasn't
there.
even staying at Oceans. He was staying at a different
know.
property down the
Not
street.
anymore. He's apparently in the presidential suite. They have upgraded him, Jake.
He's now
he's
your
in the-
boss, Lou. He bought Oceans.
He's now my boss. It's incredible. The card counter is now my boss, but it is what a weekend. Incredible with the whole crew from BG to Rich Samini and Chef and just your whole family there, Jake. I've met them before. They come there. Actually, Jake's family comes there. It was just crazy, man. It was cool hanging with everyone. We had.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.